Hi, Donovan. My name is Jesse. My girlfriend is 28 years old. We've been together for 7 years, and we do live together. We live in Branson, Missouri, which is in the Ozark, kind of in the Ozarks area.
Yeah.
Branson's kind of a big touristy. It's not a big town, but it's a big touristy kind of town. Anyways, the current status of our relationship is it's kind of hard to say. Because I'll be honest with you, I'm in a lot of pain. I'm in a lot of pain right now, but I'm
Oh
gonna try to
man.
get through this as best I can. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be like this, but this is really, this has really messed me up.
Oh
Um,
man.
anyways, neither of us has been married, no kids for either of us. So we've been together for 7 years now. We've lived together for the last 4 years or so, 4.5 years. Yeah, we've had our ups and downs. And about a year ago, we started going to couples counseling,
Oh boy.
just trying to figure out
Oh
our
boy.
relationship. She suggested, my girlfriend suggested therapy when I kind of got suspicious of a coworker of hers. She kind of caught me trying to look through her phone, and she got real mad.
Of course she
I
did.
didn't find anything because I didn't really have time. She caught me before I could really get in there, but she said that my lack of trust in her is something that we need to work through. So that's pretty much why we're in couples counseling, and we meet every Thursday evening is when we go to couples counseling.
Ay ay ay.
Um, we're both kind of at a point in our lives where we've kind of just pressed the fuck it button and said, hey, let's chase our dreams and be supportive of each other. Um, with that, there's been talk of her moving to moving to London,
Oh my
England,
god.
out there in the UK. It's something that
Oh my
came up
goodness.
a few years ago, and we both thought that maybe we could try a long distance relationship to see how it goes
Ay ay ay.
when that time comes. So fast forward to this past November, she got her PhD, and she sort of gifted herself a little dance workshop in Africa for all of her efforts in
Africa.
graduating.
That's
Um,
weird.
it's always something she's wanted to do. She's wanted to teach dance to children in Africa, and I've always been very very supportive of her dreams. Never stood in her way. Just
Oh,
it
of
was
course not.
always as supportive as I could be, emotional, financial, all of that. So I would say a month after she got her doctorate, her PhD, she left for the camp in December to go to
Oh boy.
Africa and
Oh boy.
teach these kids how to dance. And so I went to go meet her there in January, and we had a great time. Everything was okay. We had a good time with each other, but there were things that did feel a little bit off. The usual things, somebody was constantly calling her phone,
Oh boy.
and every once in a while, this was all happening while I was there. She would answer the phone and she would kind of walk off to talk to whoever she was talking
Oh my
to.
god.
Anytime she had her phone out,
Hmm.
when she was messaging or whatever, and anytime she caught me kind of looking in her direction at her phone, she would kind of turn her phone away. And um, I also told her that this person that was calling, um, I said, hey, you need to call whoever it is, you need to call her back, uh, because she told me it was a girl that was calling her.
Oh boy.
To my surprise, I did some digging and I found out that the her was actually him.
Of course.
I guess I'll call this guy Kevin. I guess because of the Kevin and Seals thing that you talk about.
Touche.
She's been pretty open with her travels and she's told me about how some guys did try to hit on her, and she told me she said no and didn't do anything with anybody. So with that kind of, she was just showing me a little bit of transparency. So I didn't think nothing of it. Well, fast forward to March, the beginning of this month, she ended up flying back out there because she got a grant for her work, like some funding. My alarm bells weren't ringing off. They weren't ringing off the hook, so to speak.
All right.
But I had a feeling
But
something might be happening.
yep.
But while she was there, in Africa again. We tried to keep in contact, so my guard was pretty much lowered for that. Um, but she came back. When she came back, she was different. She was different, and she acted like she was somewhat disappointed because apparently she said she had a very underwhelming experience. Those were her words. She said she felt lonely and somewhat mothering to some of her friends that she made there.
That's
I was
weird.
kind of confused. I was just kind of confused, didn't really think anything of it. Um, but I went back to when she was talking and texting with whoever this Kevin guy was in Africa. And so this morning, we woke up. She went to the bathroom, and her alarm went off. I guess she got up before her alarm had gone off.
Mhm.
And so I reached over to turn off the alarm on her phone, and I saw a message from this Kevin guy. Kevin again.
Of course.
That's not his name. I'm just calling him Kevin. But he's saying
Right.
how much he loved her and
Ay,
how much
ay,
he missed
ay.
her and stuff. My alarm bells completely went off,
Yeah.
and I'll admit it's not my proudest moment. I didn't mean to, I didn't want to go and snoop through her phone, but
Yeah,
I,
but
I felt like I needed some clarity because this was a feeling of betrayal that I
right.
had. Um, this is a feeling I had with a previous girlfriend who who slept with one of my best friends while we were in a
Oh
relationship.
my God.
And my
Oh
girlfriend knew
Jesus.
that. She knew how I felt. Anyway, so after I saw what I
Wow.
saw on her phone, I went to her laptop when she had left, and I saw all the messages. I saw all the messages of I saw a bunch of pictures.
Oh my
Uh,
God.
they're sending pictures of each other, then together out doing stuff, dancing,
Oh my
having dinner,
God.
talking about how much they love each other
Oh
and
my
about
God.
how this is a long distance relationship and it won't be a long distance relationship for long. And the funny
Wow.
thing is,
Wow.
uh, she recently found out that this
Jesus.
Kevin, quote, Kevin guy, had a wife and daughter.
Of course
And
he did.
one of his replies that I had seen was about how he was mad at her for asking his friends if asked my girlfriend, asking his friends if he was seeing another woman, and
Fucking
how when
hell.
she was there, she talked about how she felt like she was an afterthought because he didn't show up to things.
That's why she
He
was
didn't give her
lonely.
the attention or the care that she
Yep.
wanted while
Yep.
she was there. And now that I think about it, that makes sense. That's why she said she felt lonely.
Right. There you go.
Both times,
There you
here's
go.
something else. Both times she came back with thrush. It's like a mouth disease, which was a
Oh,
bit of a red flag, to come back with
it's a black
thrush both
flag.
times you're
Holy
in another
God.
country. Another red flag, big red flag, was she started making me use condoms.
Oh my
Her
God.
excuse was that she was getting surgery to keep herself from getting
Yo.
pregnant. I think she said it was called a coil or something. It's not major surgery. I think she said it takes like 10, 15 minutes.
This is all
Anyways,
bad.
I now have screenshots of the messages,
Right.
so I know what I saw. Um, so I feel hurt.
Yeah.
I feel I'm confused, uh, quite frankly, Donovan, and I'm not sure how best to approach this very difficult conversation with her. Part of me wants to understand what happened before jumping to conclusions,
Oh,
right?
bro.
But I'm also struggling because I feel like she betrayed me again. So
Absolutely.
I guess I have a few questions for you. I guess my first question is, how would you suggest navigating this situation? Um, I just need some guidance on how to handle this.
Okay.
The question number two is like, have you ever counseled or have you ever advised anyone that has dealt with something similar to
Oh
this?
yeah.
And what approach did you advise them to take to more or less communicate effectively while still respecting your own boundaries, if that makes sense? My third question is, how and when should I bring this up? Do I tell her I
Mm.
went through her phone after having that same feeling that I did with my past relationship? Do I tell her that one of her African friends messaged me privately and
African
told me all
friends.
this? I just kind of need to know how I should bring it up.
Right.
Uh, I guess my next question is, when should I bring it up?
Mm.
Should I bring this
Good
up
question.
tonight? It's Sunday night, like 7:30, 8. our time.
Oh, okay. All right.
Should I bring this up tonight, or should I wait till Thursday when we have therapy? I kind of feel like that's probably the best time to bring it up.
Mm.
What makes this real tough, Donovan, is that we have a very complex friendship group.
Oh, of course.
I'm real good friends with her brother. I'm
Yeesh.
close with her family,
Oh boy.
and so I don't want to necessarily ruin my friendship with her brother. So
sure.
should I tell her family what she did, or
Gee,
should I guess keep it to myself? My last question is, should I post this announcement on Instagram?
No.
I know it might make me look bad on my part to sort of announce this, but I also don't want her to tarnish my name.
Sure.
I don't think she would. I don't think she would. I don't think she would do anything like that. I don't think, but just given everything I've read from her exchanges with this, Kevin guy in Africa, I really don't know what to
Jesus.
think.
African Kevin.
I really need help trying to navigate the situation, man. I can't eat. Um, I can barely sleep. I really,
Jesus, man.
I really love this woman, and to discover this level of betrayal, I'm just sick, man. It's really good at me. So I just need to know what to do, darling.
Damn, man. Jesus Christ. That, getting those kinds of calls, that always tugs at your heartstrings. So Jesse, first off, thank you. Thanks for calling in, and thank you for your candor and honesty. Like, dude, I mean, I can hear the pain in your voice. I know, anyone watching and listening definitely hears the pain in your voice, but it takes a lot of balls to call in and give the kinds of details that you just gave. So I definitely commend you for that. Okay, so let's jump right in here. I actually made some notes while listening to your message. First off, Jesse, couples therapy is absolutely useless. Okay, always has been, always will be, and the reason for that is that based on what I've heard about couples counseling, and I'm sure that a lot of people can also attest to this, better than 9 times out of 10, Jesse, the therapist takes the woman's side. It doesn't, they don't hold her accountable for anything she's done wrong. They justify her bad behavior, and then they'll blame the man for said behavior. And so the long and the short of couples therapy is basically the man getting blamed for her bad behavior and then manipulated into accepting whatever she does, right? Like, it doesn't matter if she's not having sex with you, right? It doesn't matter if she doesn't respect you. It doesn't matter if she doesn't listen to you. It's always going to be the man's fault. And get this, Jesse, get this. Your girl, or your soon-to-be ex-girlfriend, she knows this, okay? And this is exactly why she suggested going to therapy after you suspected the inappropriate relationship with her coworker. I actually was going to call him Kevin in sales, but you've already sort of beat me to that. But again, all jokes aside, all kidding aside, for any man watching this, okay, you need to pay attention to Jesse's situation here, okay? Modern women will often suggest couples counseling when you get dangerously close to uncovering their infidelity. And this is exactly why she did this to you, Jesse. I hate to break it to you here too, man, but this coworker that you were concerned about was probably fucking your girlfriend. I would probably bet money on that. And deep down, you probably knew this too, but you were probably just too afraid to just straight up confront her about it. Because think about this, Jesse. What if she hadn't caught you looking through her phone, right? Like, you probably would have found proof that this guy at her job that she was working with was fucking your girl, okay? This is exactly why she got mad when she caught you looking through her phone. Something else that you mentioned that really set off my alarm bells was that when she told you about guys hitting on her, I want you to understand, Jesse, and to the men watching this, women never volunteer that kind of information unless they're trying to hide something more nefarious. I actually talk about this in my book, The 49 Laws of Sharp, and I forget which law it is, but when a woman volunteers information like that to you, like, hey, such and such hit on me at the coffee shop, or my ex-boyfriend texted me the other day, or this guy followed me on Instagram, whatever the case may be. But I told him I was in a relationship, or I didn't cave in. I didn't give him my number. I didn't entertain his advances. And the reason why women do this is because they want you to think that you can trust her, because she knows that in your mind, you're thinking, oh, okay, well, she told me she got hit on by Kevin in sales, or she told me she got hit on by the hot barista or whatever, or she told me about her ex-boyfriend texting her. She didn't have to tell me that, but she did anyway. So so I know I can trust her. That's why she did this. And girls do this all the time. Women never just volunteer that kind of information about themselves unless they're hiding something more nefarious. Next is this long distance relationship thing, Jesse. Long distance relationships never work, man. Okay. Dude, they never worked before. They didn't work before the internet and Instagram, and they damn sure don't work now. And now, thanks to the device that has revolutionized the world, which of course is the smartphone, the other side of the smartphone is that it gives literally everyone on the planet direct access to your woman, including the men who want to fuck her. So my guess is that she was the one that probably suggested the long distance relationship. If you want to call back and clarify that, my guess is that she's the one that brought up the long distance relationship. And the reason she suggested it, Jesse, is because, like most modern women, they want the benefits without the costs. In your situation, your girl wants a man. Your girl wants a man who takes care of all of her non-sexual needs when she's stateside, while she gets pounded out by the Kevins, the Nigels, and the Emilios. So Jesse, in the future, just keep in mind that any woman who suggests the idea of a long distance relationship is looking for permission to cheat on you, okay? Never, and I mean never, ever, 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 ever entertain the idea of a long distance relationship again. Okay, so now to answer your first question, how would I suggest navigating the situation? It's actually very simple. Obviously, this relationship is over, and I think you know that, right? I think you already know that, which explains really in part why you are in the amount of pain that you're in. You know this is over. You still love this woman, which is perfectly understandable. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh my God, I can't believe you still love her. You found out she cheated on you. No, I get it. I understand it. Just because a woman cheats on you or does you wrong does not automatically just kill any feelings you have for her. I've been in this situation many times before. But before I tell you how to deal with this situation, let me answer your first questions. Yes, I have counseled many, many men who have endured similar situations. Unfortunately, Jesse, your situation is not uncommon, okay? You also asked when you should bring this up, and the short answer is to bring it up during therapy, okay? And the reason I'm suggesting that you bring it up during therapy, this is to protect you both, okay? You're hurt, yes, but you're definitely also angry. And when she starts denying the fact that she was fucking this African Kevin guy, despite the fact that you clearly have hard evidence that she most certainly did, you might fly off the handle and do something really, really, really stupid. And then you'd be in a world of hurt. Now, on the other side of this, okay, this is also to protect you. Because when you tell her that you know she cheated on you and that you're kicking her out or leaving, she may be the one to get violent, right? And because the law pretty much allows women to assault men with impunity, which means without consequence, she could what she could do is she could physically attack you and then tell everyone that you attacked her, including the cops. Now, you might be thinking, all right, come on, Donovan, there's no way she would do something like this. And to that, I would respond with, yeah, but you probably thought she'd never cheat on you, yet here you are, telling me that your girlfriend has been fucking at least 2 guys that you know of and another guy you possibly suspect. So this is why it is critical to have this conversation in the presence of another person, even if it's your couples counselor who's probably blaming your girlfriend's terrible behavior on you. I would also very, very strongly advise that you record every interaction with your soon-to-be ex-girlfriend from here on out, including, and most importantly, the one where you confront her about her cheating during your therapy appointment this Thursday. Now, here's the thing. You can record your interactions with really any, audio recording app on your smartphone. That way, if something does go down, you'll have the audio. I actually just thought about this. I would also suggest that if things do go sideways, keep your head about you, right? And try to narrate what's happening. So for example, so if she actually does, try to assault you, verbalize it by saying, hey, why did you just hit me? Or yo, you need to stop swinging on me. Or hey, put that chair down, like the Taylor Frankie Paul situation. You have got to have the presence of mind and the wherewithal to remember this, because there are many, many, many men who have been unjustly accused of crimes because he had the audacity to confront his significant other about her infidelity. So to reiterate here, I just want to drive this point home. To reiterate, you need to bring this up on a Thursday during your therapy appointment and make sure you record the audio. It's a real, you can download any audio recording app. And when you get into the office, right, you can open up the app, and place your phone face down on the table or, whatever table you can find. That way you protect yourself. As far as you posting this on IG to announce the breakup, that is a very, very, very bad idea. And you said it yourself. You said it yourself, Jesse, when you said it may make you look bad on your part. You got to understand, Jesse, that women do not take L's, okay? They just don't, all right? If you make her infidelity public, that is when she's going to tarnish her name. But here's the thing, Jesse. Here's the thing. The reason you want to post this on Instagram is because you want everyone to know about her cheating, okay? You're hurt and you're angry, and so I get it. But trust me when I tell you, making her indiscretions public, that is going to backfire on you big time. Her family, and again, and I actually had somebody in my chat a couple of weeks ago with almost this same question. Hey, should I announce on IG that we're finished? Should I tell? No. Her friends and her family, they're going to take her side, even if they know about what she did, even if they know she cheated, even if they're still going to take her side. So my advice to you, keep this in-house, okay? Do not air your dirty laundry out, because you got to understand, as a man, you're not going to win that battle. I would also advise you not to tell your friends or her family. It's fine if you tell your family, because obviously they're your family and they're going to support you. But if you start texting her friends and family about how she cheated on you, that is not going to end well for you. However, by keeping this, and listen to me here, by keeping this in-house, Jesse, her friends and family, they're eventually going to figure this out anyway. Because my guess is that they probably really like you, right? Like you said, you're good friends with her brother and her parents. So when they inevitably find out about your breakup, they're going to inherently know that she was the one who messed things up. They know that she's traveled to Africa several times, right? They know that the two of you have a long distance relationship. So when they find out that the two of you have split up, they'll know. You also have to be ready for her friends and family to reach out to you, right? To find out what happened. So at some point, they're going to find out that you guys have broken up. They're going to be like, hey, Jesse, what's going on? Here's how you should respond. You need to respond like this verbatim. We decided that it's best to split up. I don't want to speak for her, so it's best that you reach out to her if you want a little more detail. And you got to leave it right there, okay? When you come across as calm and even-keeled, non-vindictive, they're going to know instantly that she was the one who fucked up. Not only that, they'll know she cheated, okay? They might not acknowledge it out loud, right? Like they might not tell you that they know she cheated. But when you take this approach, when you don't slander her, when you don't talk shit about her, when you don't play the blame game, when you just calmly tell people, hey, it didn't work out, contact her for more detail, the truth will eventually come out. And neither one of you will have had to say anything about it because people know. People know. So to answer your first question last, I'm going to take you through how to navigate this situation sort of step by step. I told you to bring this up on a Thursday, okay? Not necessarily this Thursday. Now, you can if you want to, but only if you have your ducks in a row. And by ducks in a row, I mean finding a place for you to stay temporarily during your breakup. Because once you bring this up to her and tell her that you know about the cheating, living with her is going to be literally impossible, okay? So here's what you need to do to navigate this situation without taking any more major collateral damage than you already have. First off, you got to find a place for you to stay temporarily. Stay with a friend, stay with a family member, stay at a hotel, stay at an Airbnb, anywhere but where the two of you share a residence. And when you do this, okay, this is a very important step. When you do this, make sure you remove your most valuable possessions from your house together. Your clothes, your jewelry, your valuables, your irreplaceables, and so on and so forth. So I would suggest that every day, I don't know, maybe take a carload or two over to your new temporary place. Don't do this while she's at home, okay? Do this while she's at work. Do this while she's out. Do this when she's back in Africa, whatever. Now, if she starts to notice and she asks you, hey, where are your clothes? Or hey, where's your PlayStation 5 or whatever, just tell her, hey, you're letting a friend borrow it. This is the time, Jesse, that you need to get creative, okay? You need to make up a believable story that gives you plausible deniability as to why you are removing certain things from the house. The point is that you need to get your valuables out of the home you share together, because she will absolutely, I'm not saying that she will destroy them, but I'm telling you, like I said before, women do not take L's. So you got to understand your valuables are not going to be safe in that house when you're not around to protect them. So once you've gotten your most valuable, irreplaceable possessions to a safe location, now you're ready to drop the bomb in your therapy session. And the way you do it is simple. When it's your turn to talk, and again, remember, your phone is out and it's face down, it's recording everything. Tell her therapist this, okay? I've recently become aware that my girlfriend, whatever her name is, that Sarah, whatever, has been in a sexual relationship with someone other than myself. So at this point, either she needs to leave our house or I will, but I am not going to continue this relationship. Jesse, leave it at that. Leave it at that, okay? Inevitably, your ex or your soon-to-be ex she's going to lose her mind, right? She's going to wonder, okay, how did he find out? Like who gave him this information? You know what I'm saying? And she's going to ask you, right? She's going to start asking you, well, how did you find out, right? She'll also probably deny it, okay? She's also probably going to try to gaslight you. Jesse, she is going to hit you with everything she's got to not only keep the relationship intact, but to not look bad in front of the therapist. When she tries these things, Jesse, you need to remain silent, okay? And I know this is going to be very difficult. You gotta be silent. Don't respond. Don't get emotional. Don't get upset. Don't tell her you went through her phone. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. If she continues to press you, just say, listen, Sarah, I've made my decision. You can stay at the house if you want. I'll come and get my things, etc., etc. But we are no longer in a relationship, and I have no desire to live with you. No matter what she says, Jesse, you've got to stick to that script. Don't deviate. Don't engage with her. Don't argue with her. Just stick to the script. I've made my decision. If you don't leave, then I will. Now, at this point, Jesse, she's probably going to freak out and she's probably going to start the smear campaign with her family and friends. But so long as you remain calm and steadfast, the truth will eventually come out. The truth will eventually come out. Hopefully this helps you, man. I know this sucks, dude. I really do, man. I've been cheated on more times than I probably even realize, and it never doesn't stop. It never doesn't suck. But listen, so long as you stick to what I've advised you to do, you should get out of this situation with very little collateral damage. And in the future, Jesse, do not commit to women who travel for work, my guy. When women travel, they cheat, okay? And the reason I know this to be true is I lived in Las Vegas for almost a decade, and at least half of the broads that I was smashing were on a work trip or in town for a conference or doing this. They were always just passing through. When women travel, they cheat. This is what they do. Most men here, the people watching are aware of this, and unfortunately now so are you. So yeah, listen, guys, this is my dating and relationship advice hotline. If you have a dating relationship question like Jesse, call the number at the bottom of your screen, 775-238-3635, 775-238-3635. Make sure you leave as much detail as humanly possible. Shout out to Jesse again for your honesty and candor. And Jesse, listen, hopefully you will be watching this. Give me a call back, man. Give me a call back. Let me know how things went. Let me know how things went. Let me know how things stand, et cetera, et cetera. And hopefully things work out for you. Thanks for calling.